Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Joan Vassos reveals if she had feelings for multiple men. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos will be wrapping up her journey this coming Wednesday. As she nears the end, she is sharing how she felt throughout the process. Did she develop feelings for more than one person? Keep reading to see what Joan had to say about it all. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos shares if she fell for more than one man. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos is doing more interviews as she nears the end of her season. In one interview with People, Joan shared that at times her journey was rough. It took her some time to realize and understand that she could still love her late husband John and have someone new in her life. She revealed that there was a therapist on set with them, and she utilized that help. The counselor helped her see that it was okay to move on and not really let go of John. She explained what they told her. As for whether or not she fell for multiple people, Joan admits she did. She shared that going into it, she never saw herself having feelings for more than one person. It really surprised her when she did. She wasn't expecting to develop feelings for multiple men. However, she narrowed it down in the end. Fans will see her final choice on Wednesday, November 13. What happens next? In the season finale, Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos will have to decide who she wants to spend her life with. She has narrowed it down to Guy Gansert and Chalk Chapel. The final two will have one more date with Joan and also get to meet her family. Then, the final rose ceremony will take place and fans will see whether or not she gets engaged. Following the final rose ceremony, there will be a live after the final rose. In the world of Golden Bachelorette, where romance meets reality in the most unexpected ways, Joan Vassos has become one of the standout personalities of the season. With her captivating charm, authentic demeanor, and a fresh perspective on love, Joan quickly captured the hearts of viewers and the attention of the men vying for her affections. But with so many contestants competing for her heart, the question on everyone's mind is, did Joan have feelings for multiple men? In a candid interview after her journey on the show, Joan opened up about her romantic experiences and her complex emotions. Known for her ability to connect with others on a deep level, Joan was more than just a catch for the men on the show. She was a woman seeking true companionship. Her vulnerability and willingness to explore the possibility of love with multiple men at once made her journey both beautiful and complicated. The early stages, a heart open to love. When Joan first stepped onto the set of Golden Bachelorette, her heart was wide open. Having spent much of her life focused on career, family, and personal growth, Joan was now at a place where she was ready to welcome love again. Her openness to new experiences and people made her a natural fit for the show, which is centered around finding love later in life. In the beginning, Joan was captivated by several of the men. I was genuinely excited by the connections I was forming with these men, Joan admits. Each one brought something different to the table, and I wasn't sure what would emerge from all of that. I tried to keep an open heart and give everyone a fair shot. This was a sentiment shared by many of the contestants, who were equally captivated by Joan's warmth and wisdom. One of the early contenders for Joan's heart was the charming and outgoing Guy Gansert. His humor and adventurous spirit immediately caught Joan's attention. Guy was so easy to talk to, Joan recalls with a smile. We shared a lot of laughs, and I felt like we really understood each other. It was like I could be myself around him, and that felt special. But as Joan got to know Guy, she also began to form connections with other men. There was the quiet and introspective Mark Anderson, whose thoughtful demeanor and reflective nature resonated with her. Mark had this calming energy, Joan says. He was someone I could see myself having deep conversations with and building something meaningful with. Then there was the charismatic and passionate Jordan Heller, whose energy lit up the room whenever he entered. Jordan's energy was contagious, Joan notes. He was full of life and passion, When I was with him, I felt alive and reminded of how exciting it can be to be in the presence of someone who truly believes in love. Navigating the complexity of multiple connections. As the weeks went by, Joan's feelings deepened for each of these men, creating a whirlwind of emotions she had to navigate carefully. It was confusing at times, she admits. I really liked aspects of all the men, but the reality of dating multiple people, especially on a show like this, was far more complex than I anticipated. Joan wasn't the only one feeling the pressure of navigating multiple connections. The men, too, were caught up in the whirlwind. At times, tensions flared and jealousy crept in, leading to difficult conversations and moments of uncertainty. I had to remind myself that I was there to find someone who truly understood me, Joan explains. At the same time, I also had to respect that the men were in the same position. We were all trying to figure it out together. Her emotional journey wasn't just about who made her feel good in the moment. It was about envisioning a future with someone. I started realizing that I couldn't just base my decision on how I felt in the moment. I had to look at what would work long-term, and that brought me to some tough realizations about who I had stronger chemistry with and who I could see a future with. A moment of clarity. As the season progressed and more eliminations took place, Joan's feelings began to crystallize. While she had deep connections with several of the men, one person stood out to her above the rest. It was like a light bulb moment, she says. I realized that while I was truly fond of all of the men, my heart was telling me that there was one person I was more aligned with in terms of values, lifestyle, and overall connection. Joan's moment of clarity didn't come without its challenges. The difficult part was letting go of the men who had made such an impact on her life. It was heartbreaking to say goodbye to the ones I had real feelings for. I had to remind myself that it wasn't about rejecting them as people. It was about making a decision that felt right for me in the long run. The power of self-awareness. What set Joan apart from many contestants on dating shows is her deep self-awareness. She never rushed into anything. Instead, she allowed herself the time and space to reflect on her feelings. She knew that her choice wasn't just about who she liked, but about who truly understood her needs, her dreams, and her life journey. Golden Bachelorette is not just about romance, Joan says with a laugh. It's about real life. It's about finding someone who you can share your life with and who wants to share theirs with you. For me, it wasn't just about having feelings for someone. It was about whether we could build something real together. In the end, Joan's journey was a testament to the power of love at any age. It was about taking risks, exploring connections, and trusting that the right person would eventually come along. Whether she was choosing between Guy, Mark, Jordan, or anyone else, Joan's focus remained on finding the kind of love that would enrich her life for years to come. While the show may have come to an end, Joan's journey of love and self-discovery is far from over. She continues to believe in the power of second chances, and her openness to the possibilities of love has inspired countless viewers. For Joan, the lesson learned was simple yet profound. It's never too late to open your heart, and sometimes the most unexpected connections lead to the most fulfilling relationships. As for whether she had feelings for multiple men, Joan's answer is straightforward. Yes, I did, and that's okay. Love isn't about having one feeling for one person. It's about finding someone you can grow with, laugh with, and face life's challenges together. In the end, that's what matters most.